So Pathways High School is a project-based learning school. We're really interested in giving our students a lot of control over what they learn, how they learn. And so instead of necessarily having like a bunch of classes, we have standards that students work to acquire and work to kind of prove that they understand what they've done. We've been working to build kind of a cloud of like interrelated seminars that students can take. And so right now I teach a seminar in programming, and that one's designed to take it at multiple times, different levels over a 2-year cycle.
I've taken some of his classes like 3 times, and that's actually pretty fun because I can, become a leader. I can get comfortable in this space, and I can kind of just be familiar and know how to do more advanced things.
So Mastery Coding we use as kind of the main content provider in the class because we have students working in kind of 3 different classes. We have students working in the game dev foundations, and then in the 2 Unity courses. Like students will be working on different things at different levels.
I've taken like Introduction to Game Design, so it's JavaScript, and then like how to do pixel art and all of that. And then I'm now doing one for Unity certification, and that's more advanced into Unity and how Unity works, and then how to do modeling in Blender. Mastery
Coding provides a lot of the the major content, so students will spend, I would say, probably kind of 2/3 of their time working in Mastery Coding, and then the other 1/3 is other classroom activities. I think that Mastery Coding teaches like the fundamentals of coding really well. A lot of the other platforms that I've used in the past put a lot of emphasis on quantity of code and generating quantity of code, but I think Mastery Coding is really like learn a skill, transfer the skill to a different situation.
I like that it's open. They don't just like tell you how to do it. They tell you at the start how to do it, and then they just open you up to this is your goal, get to that goal. And like 3D modeling, they'll just introduce you to like, how do I model this, how do I model that? And then it'll just give you a goal, like go find your own reference images, and then go use those in your modeling software, and then make a model.
I like the choose your own adventure and freedom of it. I can do and explore what I'm passionate about, and then really hone into that.
For mostly juniors, we have a defense process where students will pick like one of their projects and work to even develop that project further. And then at the end of the trimester, they present their work to a panel that is made up of students that have already defended successfully, younger students, community members, staff members, and then a group of about 30 students as an audience.
For junior defense, I've already done it before last year because I had a project, I had a collection of projects, which was 3 Mastery Coding games, and then 3 games I made on my own. And that was showed off last year, 3rd trimester of my sophomore year. And my favorite part of that was just like showing off the games and having people make or play them. I think that what I'm doing in my junior year will help benefit me in creating projects and creating my own company in the future, or going into college and just doing my own career and jumpstart me in that farther than I would have if I went to a different school.
As opposed to other curriculums that we've used, I like the fact that they don't do everything like in their console. Like students use tools outside of Mastery Coding all the time, and I think that that's a lot more realistic like programming experiences to like what actually people that do that for a living do. I think it teaches them to learn different software quickly, different software packages quickly, and how to find and evaluate tools, which is really important.
I have released 2 very rudimentary games for the computer science class that I took, and that was just like, I did something on the side and then did that as my final project. And then my modding stuff, I started planning like end of freshman year, and then finished that end of sophomore year. It's not fully done, but now we have like 40 people and a 400 people community that I have to manage for that project. And that's a mod for a game. It's still in development, being worked on, but that was outside of school by myself.
I would say like the importance of like like building relationships with like organization like Lab Midwest. Like I had my first interactions with Mike in the summer before I started at Pathways. And so it's like that consistent touch point over time, you know, and so like kind of the question where is like, what's coming next? I can build a 5-year plan, but I don't necessarily have the time to look to see what technology is coming down the pipeline. And so getting that input is really valuable to shaping a plan that's not obsolete